This company exists to change that reality. But it's not going to change if you don't hit them where they have to think. And that's in their pocketbook. That's talking about their future. That's talking about retirement. Do you really want to have to work until you're 67 years of age before you can finally retire? Well, if you don't build income producing assets outside of job, that's what your fate is. If not real estate or brokering, what? If not real estate investing or private money brokering, what? And then the second half of that question is, if not now, when? I really came away from that lobstering experience going, I've got to buy more income producing assets like immediately. Because my income producing assets do not produce the lifestyle that I want outside of the income produced from this company. I have to make all of my income producing assets outperform the income that I generate from this company so that I don't have to work here anymore. Now, don't get me wrong, I could walk away and live off rental income and be okay, but this is too much fun. I love doing this and I love helping and serving other people. So that's our mission, that's our call. But I'm just thinking about all of our clients. I mean, we have over 1 million people on our database. How many people do you talk to on a daily basis that are not investing in income producing assets? Well, Lee, brokering's not an income producing asset. True. Here's the second thing I wrote down. Work as long and as hard as you must to produce the income that you need to invest in the assets that will pay your future salary or retirement. Work as long and as hard as you must to produce the income you need to invest in the assets that will pay for your future retirement or your future salary. Guys, the reason we broker is to generate income streams outside of job income that we can invest in cash flowing real estate, invest in other opportunities, invest in things that will produce revenue outside of job. Okay? So remember, what's goal number one for our clients? Goal number one for all of our clients is what? $250,000 in liquid cash. Now, the answer to that came too slowly, so I want you all to write it down because clearly you don't remember. Goal number one for every one of our clients is $250,000 in cash. Through flipping, through wholesaling, through brokering, they got to generate $250,000 in cash. Why? Because if you don't have cash to invest in real estate, you're going to have to buy real estate in areas where sellers will sell it to you and not require you to give them any cash. Do you want to know where those properties are located, where you don't have to come up with any cash to buy it? In places you don't want to own real estate, okay? The reason our clients are told generate $250,000 in cash is so that they have the 20% or the 30% they need to put down to get bank financing at the best rates, even though they're hovering at 7.3 right now, so that they can buy better real estate in better areas to attract better tenants, to get better, more consistent rental income. That's the reason. Now, what's goal number two for all of our clients? To become an accredited investor, which means what? $1 million in investable assets outside of equity and primary residence. Why do we want them to become an accredited investor? So they can invest in opportunities that only accredited investors are allowed to look at. Did you know that less than 5% of the US population is accredited? Which means 95% of the people you encounter do not have the financial means to even be introduced to the opportunities that exist for the accredited person. The accredited person easily generates 12 to 20% return on their money on an annual basis, pretty easily, pretty regularly. The unaccredited investor has to rely on things like 401ks, which have been getting better, but the last 2 years have not been a lot of fun. Or they have to invest in CDs and different types of income opportunities that accredited investors would never touch. Why would an accredited investor never touch a non-accredited investor investment? because they are slow yielding. They don't produce much in revenue. So by helping our clients become accredited, we give them the opportunity to see the best income opportunities that exist in the market, which is only available to 5% of the population. Guys, when you're on the phone with our customers, you need to be asking them these types of questions. What is your plan? Hey, great, you're making $150,000 a year. Good for you. Woo-hoo. How much do you have left at the end of the month? How much are you saving? How much are you investing into cash flowing investments? How much are you putting into an account that can be used specifically for investing in real estate? How much? Again, 5% of the population is accredited, which means 95 out of every 100 people you guys are talking to on the phone do not meet the criteria to even be presented with the incredible opportunities. This company exists to change that reality. But it's not going to change if you don't hit them where they have to think. And that's in their pocketbook. That's talking about their future. That's talking about retirement. Do you really want to have to work until you're 67 years of age before you can finally retire? Well, if you don't build income producing assets outside of job, that's what your fate is.